Hi, and welcome you all today's session 1 of Unit 2 in Prepress terms. Let us now see the content which are going to cover in this session one by one. First, we will see the prepress terms or prepress, then continuous tone art and line art, then dot gain and halftone screens. Now we will understand the concept one by one. Prepress. Prepress is the term comes in printing industry. In a printing industry has three divisions. First is prepress, second is printing, third one is postpress. Prepress, which consisting of from the idea, idea into design, design into layout, layout into the image carrier material preparation. To then these image carrier materials are transfers to the printing department, which makes the image area of the image cylinder. It consisting of all the process and procedures that occur between creation of print layout and the final printing. The basic understanding terminology helps to ensure creative ideas are exactly transformed into high quality printed products. The task of prepress. First, there may be originals or maybe a line drawing or a continuous tone images converted into the raster based images with the help of scanning, then trapping, imposition, color correction, and halftone screening were performed exclusively by skilled specialist working employees either manually or automatically with the preferred systems. Let us understand what is line art and continuous tone art. A continuous tone art is an art such as photographs that consisting of shades of grays and color gradations. In a continuous tone art is the example of photographs which consisting of light, shadow and middle tone ranges. There is no off-tone dots patterns in that. The photographs means which we are taking in the photo print, that is called as a continuous tone art. Next is line art. What is line art? Whatever we are drawing with the help of pen or sketches or with the help of lines, tools in the vector diagram using vector graphics software is called as line art. There is no tonal variations. I will show you how it looks in the diagram. See, line art looks just a sketch of lines with thick or thin lines. But a continuous tone, it represents the image of light tone, middle tone, and shadow tones. There is no tonal or the off-tone dots in this, only for the viewing purpose. The continuous tone art with made up of with the help of RGB pixels only for viewing purpose. Next, we will see what is dot gain and halftone screen. In a continuous tone images are reproduced with the halftone dots of different size. Whatever we see in the photographs, if exactly you want on the paper, the continuous tone must be broken into halftone dots with the help of halftone screens. Otherwise, we will not get the fine quality output. During this process, a large dot reproduces dark tones and small dots reproduce light tones. In the continuous tone images, wherever the dot tones are there, that produces more number of pixels. Wherever the light tones, that produce a small amount of dots during reproduction process. These dots may be changes in size, becoming larger. This phenomena is called as dot gain. Even in the prepress, we will get the dot gain as well as in the printing due to the stitching of paper and temperature changes or ink deposition on the blanket cylinder and then transfers onto the plate, paper. A certain amount of dot gain or increase in halftone dot size occurs naturally when wet ink spreads as it's absorbed by the paper. I already clearly told that how dot gain occurs on the paper due to the ink spreads absorbed by the paper. The paper, how much the inks absorb, depending upon that, dot gain will occur. If too much dot gain occur, the images and color prints darker than specified. If it absorbs less, then dot loss will occur. Next, we will see the halftone screen or halftone dot percentage. After the breaking of continuous tone, there may be a dot formation. This dot halftone dot percentage measured with the densitometer, how much the ink deposited on the paper or the substrate. To measure that, we require a densitometer or spectrophotometer device. In the diagram, this is the color proof of photograph. There is no halftone dots. Continuous tone converted a color proof that takes in the inkjet printer or a high digital printer. This is the actual printing taken place with the help of printing press to produce the halftone dots. To simulate the shades of gray or a color on a commercial press, the image must be broken into arrays of dots of various size using halftone screening. To avoid Moyer pattern to get a good quality of output on the printed substrates. In case of black and white photography, block dots are used to simulate shades of gray. Areas where the dots are small appear light gray, and areas where the dots are large that appears dark gray or black in a black and white photograph. In the image, it clearly shows a single color of halftone print. A black will always, the screen angle is 45 degree. To print a 4-color, we require 4 pigments: cyan, magenta, yellow, black. Cyan is the first color. Either it screen angle appears in 0 or 105 degree. Yellow is the purest color, so it 90 degree always. Magenta is the 75 and the black is 45 degree. This is how halftone screen with the processing at the different screen angles correctly registered one upon the other color to produce a perfect color print. I already told you that to achieve a satisfactory range of color, the printing press superimpose of 4 arrays of dots. I said pigments. Pigments is also called as a dot of cyan, magenta, yellow, black, and ink. The region which larger dot appears darker than the region with the smaller dot. The positioning or register of the 4 arrays on top of each other is the critical to get a quality print. So the normally commercial printers use trapping softwares. To To minimize the chance of interference if each array is oriented at a different angle on the press. Let us discuss some multiple choice questions so that you will understand a little bit more. Prepress is the term used in the printing industry for the process and procedure that occurs between the creations of a dash. See, I already told you, prepress is starts from a layout and to get a final output. Okay, I start with your mind idea, then print layout and the final printing, then color photographs, then none of the above. Students, think before you answer it. Carefully study the study material as well as PPT. Next, prepress term basic understanding terminology helps to ensure ensure dash are exactly transformed into high quality printed products. Let us see the options one by one. Creative ideas, layout, portable document format, and none of the above. What do you think in your mind can be transferred as a high quality printed product? This is the clue. Dash is the art such as photograph that consisting of shades of grays and color gradation. There is no line or sketches in this art called as what? Halftone, line art, continuous tone art. Halftone, I clearly told that there is a pixels. There is no tonal or color gradations. None of the above. Next question. Dash is such a line drawing which has not a tonal variations. There is no light tone, middle tone, shadow tone or off tone pixels. Entire image is made up of with a thick or thin lines is called dash. One is off tone, next is line art, continuous tone art, and none of the above. Next question. Continuous tone images are reproduced with halftone dots of different size. Large dots produce dash tones and small dots reproduce dash tones. If the dots are more, then dash will produce. If the small dots are there, then produce dash tones. Either it may be which tones you have to tell, either dark and light, or large or small, or single or double. See, in a continuous image, there is three tones. One is light tone, middle tone, and dark tone. Now you can answer this question easily. During the reproduction process, the dot changes in the size, becoming larger. This phenomena is called as what? If the dot changes size become less, we call it as dot loss. If it is more, then see the options: dot small, dot loss, dot gain, or none of the above. Next question. A certain amount of dot gain or increase in a halftone dot size occurs naturally when wet ink spreads as it's absorbed by the dash. Normally, printing takes place in which substrate? Students, you have studied in third semester and first semester and all those things. Now we will see the options. I have given the clue also. Paper, film, plate, blanket. Where the printing will take place? Carefully answer it. Next question. Halftone dot percentages are measured with a dash device. I have not mentioned the device. You have to measure on the printed substrate. One is ink meter, durometer, densitometer, or none of the above. Next question. In case of black and white photography, black dots are used to simulate shades of what? Black and white photography, black dots are used to simulate the shades of light or dark. That you have to answer it. Either green, light, dark, black and white. There is no the other colors. None of the above. If it is light, light green, okay, now you have to answer it. To achieve this satisfactory range of dash, the printing press superimpose of 4 arrays of dots in cyan, magenta, yellow, black. To get a satisfactory output, what we have to do? ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 4 color ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ it is multicolor printing. I have given the clue also. So it is called as, okay, fine. Study well before you answer it. Thank you all. Thank you once again.